Hey guys, I am sure you must be aware of Bali in Indonesia, which is one of the hottest tourist destinations in the world, attracting tourists from all across the globe. Its white sandy beaches, waterfalls, volcanic mountains, and coral reefs are always trending on social media. Bali is also known for its yoga retreats and its beautiful Hindu temples. Now Bali is the only remaining Hindu-majority province in Muslim-majority Indonesia, with 4 million Hindus, which is about 86.9% of the total population. Do you know that until 14th century, all of Indonesia was a Hindu-majority country? Besides being a country with Hindu roots, Indonesia is also a resource-rich country with considerable amounts of oil in Sumatra, Borneo, Java, and West Papua province. There are said to be around 60 basins across the country, only 22 of which have been explored and exploited. In economy terms, it is the 16th largest economy in the world by nominal GDP and the 7th largest in terms of GDP, PPP. India and Indonesia, being maritime neighbors and strategic partners, have important and close relations, with $21 billion of trade registered in 2021. Both India and Indonesia, being world's emerging economies, have the huge potential to grow further in the coming years with increasing bilateral and community relations. But due to rapid rise of Islam in once a Hindu-majority country, Indonesia is becoming more and more orthodox Muslim day by day, which is not favorable for India. Now Indonesia is 86.7% Muslim and is the largest Muslim country in the world. Out of its 245 million Muslims, the overwhelming majority are Sunni Muslims, with the remainder 1% being Shia and about 400,000 Ahmadi Muslims. Despite Muslims making up the humongous majority in Indonesia, unlike other Muslim-majority countries, where Islamic doctrine dominates their constitutions, Indonesia's founding fathers wanted modern democracy as its way forward. But the foreign Islamic influences have started to creep in the Indonesian society. Attempts to replace Indonesia's secular ideology with Sharia principles have been increasing due to the growing Salafi movement in Indonesia. Salafism is a Sunni Muslim movement that originated in Saudi Arabia and is based on the idea of embracing a literal interpretation of the Quran and a return to the traditions of the era of the Prophet Muhammad. Since 1980, Saudi Arabia has been using education to quietly spread Salafism in Indonesia. Religious organizations funded by Saudi Arabia and other Middle Eastern countries run a vast nationwide network of madrasas. The growing popularity of conservative and Puritan Islam has led to emergence and then rise of various Islamist political parties that promote Sharia laws. Lack of action on the government's part during 10-year tenure of the presidency of Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono provided fertile ground for the growth of the Caliphate movement. The rise of Islam in Indonesia has started to show its signs in the government policies as well. In recent years, there appears to be a growing sensitivity to issues related to Islamic causes in Indonesian foreign policy. There have been multiple cases in recent years where Jakarta has irked Delhi by supporting Islamabad on the subject of Kashmir. There is a growing trend of vocal reactions to incidents in India coming from Jakarta. Indonesia also criticized Modi government's stance on various issues like Rohingya refugees and the Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. India and Indonesia are one of the major and fastest growing economies of the world and can prove to be great allies to strengthen Global South role in the world affairs.